absolutely perfect performance by the Utah Jazz on what was an incredible game. Everyone's mad about it. Let's talk about it. Let's enjoy it. It's the Hoops Nerd Show. All right, guys, like the video, subscribe to the channel, follow on Twitch. If you're on the podcast, please give 5 stars and follow and share it and whatever. Guys, what an incredible performance by the Utah Jazz tonight. I could not, in all my time of writing and blogging and talking about the Jazz and everything, I have not been this excited in a long time. I'm so proud of the Utah Jazz and what they did tonight. And every single bad faith national can just cry about it. You can just clutch those pearls all you want. Because guess what? It's not going to change. It's not going to change. This is it. And, you know, there may be some Jazz fans out there, and maybe you're an NBA fan that enjoys the channel. If so, welcome. You are all welcome to be here and enjoy this Utah Jazz performance. But there's always an anti-Jazz bias. It's always been there. When it was Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert, it was always that the Jazz aren't actually that good in the 1 seed. And maybe they were right in some ways, but they never gave the credit to the Utah Jazz. And the only times they were ever nice was because they were connected to Quinn Snyder and used him as a source for all their things. So they always had to say how good Quinn Snyder was. Spare me the outrage of the Nationals, the bad faith liars, pretend actors, losers that cover this league. Spare me. You don't watch the Jazz for even 1 minute. And the minute that anyone says anything that's like anti-Utah Jazz or Utah in general, whatever, you all jump on that bandwagon for the clicks because you want to be a part of the crowd. Well, guess what? Screw every single one of you. Every single one of you can just go cry about it to your mama. Do it. Because guess what? This ain't changing, and Utah's not doing anything different than anyone else. The Washington Wizards are being just as egregious as the Utah Jazz. It's just the fact that any time the Utah Jazz do anything to better their team and their chances at a championship, everyone loses their minds. Everyone. When it was Gordon Hayward and Utah Jazz fans talking about him being an all-star, he was just not good enough. I will never forget the Ringer article from that one lady that ended up being told not to write anymore, said that Gordon Hayward shouldn't be an all-star because he wasn't cool enough. Screw all of them. They're all bad faith. They're all liars. They're all dumb. They don't watch the Jazz. They don't know what's going on. So who cares what they think? Who cares? And what makes me, and remember all the talk about, Rudy Gobert versus Kawhi Leonard, Defensive Player of the Year when Kawhi was on the Spurs? Any of you guys remember that? Because I do, and I fought those battles for Rudy. I fought them all. And apparently it was okay for Kawhi Leonard to win DPOY, even though he missed like 30 games over Rudy Gobert. But now they change it. It's always moving goalposts with them. So do not worry about what bad faith actors say. Don't worry about it. They've always been anti-Jazz. Always. Always. Remember the Rookie of the Year thing? Ben Simmons, who sat out a full year. In his rookie season, when he sat out, they actually cleared him to play, and the Sixers didn't play him. But then did a full-on rookie campaign for Ben Simmons. And Zach Lowe had Jason Tatum above Donovan Mitchell. He did not watch Donovan Mitchell that season and gave his thing to Jason Tatum, who did not perform better than Donovan Mitchell, and Ben Simmons. Donovan Mitchell, according to him, was third. It was garbage then. It was garbage then. It's garbage now. It's always garbage. Utah is always the one that they have bias against. Always. Always. There is no one. I mean, Bill Simmons literally wrote an entire basketball book because he did not want to give credit to Karl Malone for what he did. Now, I can agree or disagree with why he wrote it and that thing on Karl Malone. Karl Malone shouldn't have been bouncing that ball out so far so Michael Jordan could steal it. But Karl Malone was a good player. Sorry. There is just no question. When a literal book is written against one of the Jazz players, you know that there's a little bit of bias out there. There always is. There always will be. It's fine. It's their shtick. But it doesn't mean we have to listen to it or care. In fact, I'm excited to embrace this villainy. I am excited for when the Utah Jazz win the lottery. And all of them will wail and gnash their teeth like the villains and the wicked that they are. And I'm going to laugh about it. I'm going to enjoy it. We're going to savor every single one. You have no idea how excited I am for this, how ready I am. I was built for this. I will be here for every moment of it, and we will enjoy it together. Together. To the very end. And the funniest thing would be the Utah Jazz winning a championship and how much they would hate it. A championship going down Main Street in Salt Lake City and all the fry sauce and dirty sodas flowing, baby. Absolutely. And they'll mock it and they'll cry about it, but we'll have that title and we'll enjoy it together, and they will not have it. And the Wizards and the Nets and all these other losers that have been making fun of the Utah Jazz tank when they do the same thing will still be in the Eastern Conference like a bunch of JV losers. That they are. That they are. All right, should we talk about this game? Oh, it's so great to be back. It's so great to be hated again. Go ahead, Boston and Philly fans. You think you can come after us online and it's going to change anything? Doxing does nothing, you losers. Come to my house. We'll say hello. Go ahead. Come say hi. All right. The Utah Jazz did an incredible thing. And guys, I'm so excited about what we saw tonight. The first 3 quarters were incredible. Jaren Jackson Jr. on day 1 fit more seamlessly into this Jazz team than I even thought. I mean, it was so good. And you had so many. What's up, Christian House Money? What is up, my man? And we got Twitch working. Twitch appears to be not working very good. Or maybe it's just my computer. I don't know. If you're on Twitch, let me know if it's working for you. I don't know. We're trying. We're up to 23 followers. Michael Jordan. I don't know. That's pretty good. But anyways, Jaren Jackson Jr. was awesome. And there were times in this game that had me just absolutely floating. I honestly started just laughing watching it because this is going to be so good. It's going to be so good, and the team is not even complete. They will be able to retain Walker Kessler this summer. No matter what happens, the Jazz have the opportunity to retain him. And even if something crazy happens, like Kessler signs some 1-year deal because he wants to get out, well, the Jazz will have him for at least 1 year. And that's like the worst case scenario. But we know that's not going to happen. Utah's going to sign him to a contract and bring him on this team. And Utah will have even more size at the rim. Tonight with Jusuf Nurkic and Jaren Jackson and Lauri Markkanen, the size was so incredibly apparent. This Jazz team is huge. And they played well together. It was great. And there was this energy, and what do the kids say? Vibe with this team. The vibes were immaculate, as they say. You could tell it was like a new kid came to school. Remember when you were in elementary school and there was a new kid in town and you could tell he was a cool kid? And when he came, every kid in class was excited to kind of show what they could do. You could just feel it. It was just this good energy, like Lauri Markkanen trying to show, look, I can knock these threes down. Watch me run this pick and roll. Let's do this big-to-big passing. Yusuf Nurkic was passing up top. Ace Bailey, the first bucket of the game, was an Ace Bailey pick and roll pocket pass to Jaren Jackson Jr. Beautiful. In fact, let's watch it for history. Christian, my man, you've been here forever. You are the man. Bailey. Let's just enjoy this historic bucket. So we've got two-man game, Ace Bailey, Jaren Jackson. From the left wing, pick and roll side, perfect. It's going to be great, guys. And I honestly am so excited for next year. Utah's going to win a lot of games. Utah is well coached too, by the way. After one day, Will Hardy had Jaren Jackson Jr. in the flow, better than Quinn Snyder having a full season with a bunch of players that are just beyond his ability to coach. It's incredible. It's incredible. This Jazz team is going to be so good next year. They'll get Keontae George playing full time. They will add another top 8 pick if they get lucky, and I think they're going to. It's going to be a top 4 pick and Walker Kessler. And they'll have a mid-level exception. It's incredible. Incredible. Unbelievable. They play 3 quarters of incredible basketball, and then the fourth quarter, they don't play Markkanen and Jackson. The internet lost its mind, but who cares? Let them cry. Let them clutch their pearls as they do. They will never be pro Jazz, so who cares? Clues Snyder, baby. He's not Quinn Snyder. He's Clues Snyder. It's just incredible. Incredible. Let's go through it. So Markkanen tonight was hitting shots, looked fantastic. And having that option, I mean, one of the things I loved about this big man game, and seriously, big man game, was how Markkanen and Jackson, but especially Markkanen, was able to find the mismatches. So, like, any time Jaren Jackson had a smaller player on him, Markkanen immediately gave him the ball in the post. And Jackson is great in the post in that situation. Ambidextrous, score with either hand, great touch, phenomenal. It was great. 3 for 6 for 3 from Markkanen, 2 for 5 from 3 from Jackson, 22 and 27, and that was in 3 quarters. 3 quarters. Oh, I loved it. I mean, honestly, there are times where I just was watching it and just couldn't believe it. And they were so big inside. So big. Like, there were times where Orlando tried to score in the half court, and it was like, nope. And it's going to make the Jazz perimeter defense even better. It's incredible. I was really excited. 7 rebounds, 1 assist, 27 points for Markkanen. Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Jaren Jackson Jr., what a debut. I'm so excited. He was pumped. He was hyped. You could tell he's excited. Like, here's the thing about Jaren Jackson Jr. and all these accounts that try to dunk on Utah, like, oh, we're going to live in Utah. Well, what has it been enjoyable about the last 2 or 3 years in Memphis? He's been dealing with Ja Morant suspensions. Ja Morant has not played well for like 2 years, maybe longer. They've had like multiple coaches. Ja Morant, like the drama this year. It's every year it's some new drama and some new problem. And be careful if you go listen to Robert Pera, their owner. Go listen to that podcast from Pablo Torre. Holy crap. That team is imploding like crazy. They got scandals everywhere. No sense of solidarity at all. Now, Jaren Jackson Jr. comes to Utah, an incredible situation. He looks like he's genuinely enjoying it, and they're going to win a lot of basketball games. So for the next 4 or 5 years, he gets to be in this situation that is completely solid, completely stable, there's the word, and he just gets to play basketball with a great head coach, with an owner and front office that are aligned with what they want to do. There's been times where it hasn't been completely aligned, but they are now aligned and doing the right thing. Big time credit to the front office. The Ainge squared has done a good job. Ryan Smith, good job. Good job. And the fact that Jaren Jackson Jr. is on this Jazz team, they did not have to give one of their own picks. I think they gave the 2027. I can't remember. So they gave the Lakers 27. They gave the Phoenix Suns 31. And, they gave, I'm not sure. I'm worried about looking it up. Anyways, maybe they gave away the 27. I can't remember. It's a bad draft, though. It's a bad draft. No one likes that draft. You'll notice a lot of teams are avoiding it. It's not a good draft. So if you're going to miss a draft, 27 is the one to miss. But I still think they get a pick in that draft. I don't think they gave up a single. I can't not. I have to look it up. Sorry. Most of their future, including their 28, 30, no. Okay, so I did this work the other day, by the way. You can go to SLC Dunk. You're welcome. But I did this work. Let's see. Jazz picks remaining. 2026 own first-round pick. 2027 second most favorable first-round pick. Oh, okay, that's right. Because they still own the rights to these. Now, if it goes... I think this was the one... Oh, that's right. 2029 has to do... No, the Jazz get the second best of these picks. So they still have their own pick in 2027, if they're like the second. If they are terrible next year, then that means injuries happened, and that would be terrible, but what are you going to do? But anyways, 2028, 2029, this one's actually really good. They keep all their picks. It's incredible. I have to give credit to the Jazz. So when I wanted to trade Lauri Markkanen, I've just got to explain, I was under the impression that we could not lose enough games with, I guess, ethical tanking to keep him, to also make sure that we got top picks in these last two drafts. Well, the Jazz proved me wrong, that they could lose those games. Now, I had said that if you play Markkanen full time, it's not very likely. That was true. Utah rested him strategically the last two seasons, including this one. So they proved me wrong that they could, but it took them doing the hard thing, and that was resting strategically, and that's great. This season, it's been even harder. It was the thing I worried about, but they proved me wrong again, because not only are they strategically resting, but they're doing it during games as well, and I am here for it. I am completely here for it. Guys, we got to talk about war and the rules of war right now. Do you want to win a war? If you're in a battle, do you want to win that battle? If you're in the midst of war, let's say it's World War II, and you're in the midst of war with the Nazis, in the middle of a firefight, are you worried about following the ethics of every single little rule? No. Our country was formed based off of us doing and breaking the rules and doing things that were uncomfortable. Before we fought the British, those dirty lobster redcoat losers, King George, get out of my town. Go away. We did guerrilla warfare. We shot from the trees, baby. We shot those redcoats down. Get out of our country. Get out of here. And we took these towns and we established this country based off of breaking those rules. And that's what we're doing now. What the Jazz are doing with resting players strategically to win the war is a very American thing to do. If you are against it, you are against America. You hate America. This is what it means to be an American. It's to win the war. We do what it takes for freedom and liberty. That's what we do. And if you're against it, you hate America. Deal with it. All right. I'm loving it. Yusuf Nurkic. I have to say, when I was watching Yusuf Nurkic tonight too, I was just thinking, you know what? Utah's going to be able to re-sign him if they want. They're probably going to be able to throw him a $5 million a year contract, maybe a 2-year, $10 million, and keep him. Because I don't know if any team out there is going to throw too much at Yusuf Nurkic, but Yusuf Nurkic as a backup big is great. With his passing, his size, his rebounding, he can shoot it a little bit. What an awesome backup big. I also hope the same thing for Kevin Love. I hope Kevin Love is on the team next year and just brings the vibes. That's all I want. That's all I want. Incredible. What an incredible makeup of a team. This team has so much good going for it. And by the way, you could tell, just another note on Jaren Jackson Jr. and Keyonte George, you can tell how excited Keyonte George is to have Jaren Jackson Jr. on the team and how much effort he was trying to give him the ball. It was incredible. Oh, let's talk Romans. Christian, by the way, when I was in college, I started off as a history major. I wanted to be a Greek and Roman historian. I did that for a little while, but then when I realized I was going to have to learn Greek or those things or Latin, I decided I did not want to. So I switched. But one of the things and the hallmarks of the Roman army, sorry, you got me onto this. But anyways, let me finish my first point, then we'll get to the Romans. Keyonte George and Jaren Jackson Jr., it's going to be a great fit. Keyonte George is probably the leader of this team with his personality. And you can just tell he is excited to have Jaren Jackson Jr. on the team. But you could also tell Jaren Jackson Jr. likes Keyonte George. And they're trying to make it work. It's fun to watch. Go watch the game and watch their body language and how they are hyping each other up. It's awesome. You can just tell everyone is trying to make Jaren Jackson Jr. happy. It's great. All right. Like Christian House Money to Haas says, you got to think like the Romans. And that is true. Because what the Romans did is they would learn from their enemies. Many times the Romans would go and they would lose a battle, and sometimes big time. But what they would do from those battles is they would go back, they would replenish their army. One of the things that made them great was their ability to do that and also to keep their army fed and go long distances and things like that, and their infrastructure and things like that. But anyways, they would learn from their enemies. They go and they fight the Saracens and they get destroyed by these elephants. Could you imagine being a Roman soldier and I think it was the Saracens, and they go and fight them, and it's the first time you've seen an elephant. You didn't even know what that was. And then there's like some guy on it with a spear, and the elephant just crashes through and destroys the army. Well, guess what? The Romans learned from it and even had their own elephants, right? They adjusted. And their battles with the Persians and the different armies of the Middle East and all these different fights that they had, and the northern armies, the Gauls, and the things they had to do there. They learned from everyone they fought, and they incorporated what they did to what they needed to do, and then they would win the war. That's what Utah's doing. They are learning from what other people have done, and they're incorporating it, and they're winning. No one is doing anything different than what the Utah Jazz are doing right now. It's just everyone hates the Jazz. It's just what it is. But so what? Haters gonna hate. Ain'ters gonna ain't, right? Ain'ters gonna ain't. Haters gonna hate. They hate us because they ain't us. All right, let's talk about Ace Bailey. I'm loving Ace Bailey. You know what's funny is I actually felt like his shooting was really bad tonight. Oh, one last note. 3 points for Nurkic, but 14 rebounds, 6 assists. Awesome line. Awesome line. Ace Bailey. Okay, this is actually better shooting than I even thought. His shot's not quite been falling, and he shot 36%, and I thought it was horrendous. Not too bad. He gets 2 free throws in this one. I felt like he should have had 4 because that one alley-oop, I don't know why they didn't call a foul on that. That was, I mean, honestly, in fact, I want to watch it just out of frustration. But alley-oop, dunk shot, missed shot. This was the one I was like, what in the world? How is this?
Had another steal.
Like, how is that not a foul? I was like, I blew my mind. That was crazy. He just gets hammered. But anyways, he's just getting better and better. The passing is impressive. He's making the right play. Tonight, Ace Bailey has 3 assists. And I think part of the reason why he's really being effective for the Jazz is that he just passes the ball really well. Yeah, I love the Romans Christian, like the history. It's really fun. It's really interesting. By the way, just listening to the Rome podcast about the emperors is just really interesting. It's really, really good. It's important also to learn history and so that we don't repeat the awful things that happened in the past, right? Or like with the Utah Jazz, learn from the awful mistakes of the past. Do not trade a player and attach a first-round pick to it. We would not be in the situation we are in now if we had not done that. But they are atoning for that sin, and it is good that they are doing it. But anyways, Ace Bailey, 4 for 11. He's just getting better. The only reason he's a minus 13 in this one, I got a mark on my. He had 10 points. He's a minus 13 because he was in that fourth quarter where the Jazz intentionally tried to lose. Otherwise he'd have had a big time markup here too, no question, because his defense is really exciting. And there's some things that are just happening with the makeup of the Jazz team. There's going to be even more side benefits to signing Jaren Jackson Jr. than we even realize. And we're going to dissect them as we go, obviously, and even more next year. But it's just going to be exciting to see. One of the things that Ace Bailey brings is just length, size, and athleticism. Length, size, and athleticism. It's incredible on the defensive end and the offensive end. He also brings rebounding. Like, imagine trying to rebound against this unit. And I know Jaren Jackson Jr., one of his flaws that everyone focuses on is the rebounding. They never focus on the positives. But Ace Bailey is a high-level rebounder. You have 4 guys at like 6'8" or bigger rebounding the ball, both offense and defense. Incredible. Good luck trying to rebound that ball. Good luck. Keontae George played 13 minutes and didn't play particularly well, although he only got to play 13 minutes because he turned his ankle, which stunk. He came back and tried to get in. You could tell he was frustrated because he wanted to keep playing, and they decided to keep him out, which is the right thing to do. He's, what we're doing right now is trying to keep our pick. That is goal number 1. Number 2 is develop youth, and number 3 is find, number 2 now is to start building chemistry between these new players, Jaren Jackson, Lauri Markkanen, just give them time together on the court. I'm sure we're going to see a lot of what we saw tonight. Utah's going to do a lot of things to try to build some chemistry and then lose the game. And then 3 would be develop youth. But at this point, Utah, and I guess, you're seeing that with Ace Bailey. So develop youth would probably be number 3. Keontae, like I said, 13 minutes. He's got 3 free throws, an assist, and a rebound, and a steal. I was happy with what I saw. I know the shot wasn't quite falling perfectly, but that's okay. He's going to have to find his role. He's probably not going to play next game against, I think it's Miami, the Jazz play next. That's okay. That's fine. I am so excited to see him develop. And what's exciting about what Keontae George is doing is that we know that he can be a facilitator role. Isaiah Collier is just pure facilitator right now. 10 assists for Collier. By the way, we got to talk about him a little bit. Really exciting stuff. But Key can just be that weapon on offense too. Like, it's going to be so fun to watch this team, guys, for the next 5 years minimum, and maybe 10. Who knows? Because Utah owns all their picks, and they still have some draft capital from the Cavs and Wolves trades. Really, really exciting, especially that 2029. It's so nice. That 2029, we just kind of hope the big thing is that Cleveland is bad. Like Minnesota, they have that top 5 protection on there, so that makes it a little interesting. But Utah gets the best of either their pick or Cleveland or Minnesota. Unless Minnesota's wins the lottery, then Utah doesn't get that pick, which sucks. But if Cleveland wins the lottery, Utah gets it. That makes me so happy. And Utah's not done dealing. Like, Utah has so many prospects. There might be a team out there that throws the Jazz some incredible. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Utah finds a way to trade up into this draft later, because this might be one of the last times you can sign some of these young rookies. Especially go get like another big. Like, Walker Kessler's great, but I wouldn't mind the Utah Jazz getting another young athletic center, you know? Go get another one. If Jaden Quaintance drops and Utah can make a deal to go up and get him, I would be so happy with something like that and have him be like a small ball center. I love that guy. Where is Jaden Quaintance on here? Where is he? Why am I missing him? No way. Do they not even have him on there? Okay, now I'm annoyed. I keep seeing things that are... Where are you? Oh, there he is. 12. Yeah, let's say he's at 12 and Utah wants to trade up. Why not? I would love that. 12. Wow. All right. Anyways, let's talk Cody Williams. I have to say, one of the things that got me so excited was Cody Williams getting in that first substitution, and his length and athleticism was really nice to have on the floor. He's got to make some better decisions and made a few tough choices tonight, but overall, it was solid. And it's just, there's times where you're going to have, like, there is not a single moment now with this Jazz roster that you don't have length and size and athleticism to deal with. It's incredible. Cody Williams is a part of that. By the way, I saw Vince Williams, and his wingspan was very apparent. This Jazz team is just awesome. It's just so much fun. And Cody Williams fits into that, and I'm really happy that he gets to be a part of this and that he's developed. He's got to improve that jump shot a little bit, just at least from 3. But we know the things that he can do, and here and there he's going to have these games where he puts up like 10 to 15 points, and it'll be on efficiency. And the other thing that's really nice about what Cody Williams does is he brings a nice handle. You know, there may be a little bit of worry with this team and handling the ball because you're relying a lot on Keontae George. Ace Bailey, I really hope, one of my biggest hopes for him is just improving that handle. And, we'll see. But one of the nice things about Cody Williams, he can handle the ball, and he handles it pretty well. Same with Vince Williams. That's one of the benefits of having him on the floor. Handles the ball pretty well. So you need those outlets. So that's going to be one of the weaknesses of this starting lineup. But if they can figure it out and they can just move the ball without having to worry so much about, gone are the days of the, speaking of John Stockton, Christian, like the point guard handling the ball and bringing it up and just kind of being a one-man show and finding the open guy. That's just not how it works as much anymore. It's moving the ball. It's running different sets, lots of movement, cutting, centers getting the ball at the top of the three-point line and hitting cutters down low and side pick and rolls with multiple players. Utah was running 2-man actions with Markkanen and Jackson on the side pick and roll. This team is crazy. And there are things that the Jazz can do. Knowing that Markkanen, the possibilities are pretty exciting, guys, especially when you consider the playoffs, because there were like side pick and rolls with Markkanen and Jackson where those two were running it. And neither of them are these elite ball handlers, but they were able to just kind of switch off defenders and then get Jackson in a post situation in some instances where he can just dominate a smaller defender, or Markkanen getting the ball at the three-point line and just rising over a smaller defender from there. There are so many possibilities with what this Jazz team can do, and the versatility. It's just knock on wood that they can just keep together, stay healthy for these next 3, 4, 5 years, because if they do, there's a world where this Utah Jazz team competes for a championship, and it's okay to wonder if they can. There's a lot of upside, and they've got so much more development to do with guys like Ace Bailey, Keontae George. They'll get a top 8 pick. I really like Nate Ament. It's really exciting stuff. Cody Williams is going to get better. If he can just improve that jump shot, there's so much to like. Let's talk about Isaiah Collier. I loved what I saw tonight, and it was a reminder for me especially that sometimes certain players get better when they're with better players. And I guess it shouldn't be a surprise that Collier did, because he's such a distribution point guard. You know, he goes 9 for 15 from the field because he does that drive to the basket thing. Hopefully he can improve the 3-point shot, but that's not what makes him effective. 20 points, 10 assists. When you have better players around you that can knock down shots and just make buckets, it makes life so much easier, and it opens up lanes. And so there's situations where Isaiah Collier is also really good at scoring the ball. He kind of has a little bit of a Chris Dunn game. You know that game, how Chris Dunn will drive and kind of be in that free throw line area and do his little push shot? Well, Isaiah Collier does a lot of that. He's incredibly fast. It's just me and you, Christian, in the chat. But anyways, Collier can just drive to the basket. He's so fast and he's so physical and uses his strength to create space that he can create shots. And the more he makes, better decisions, smarter decisions, he's still really young. He's just going to grow. And one of his growth areas is just making good decisions. He just becomes a real asset. He is a home run, late first-round pick for the Jazz that I'm excited to watch. He's fun to watch. And in this context with these players, where he will always have like one of Jaren Jackson or Lauri Markkanen on the floor with him with that backup unit, with guys like Ace Bailey, Cody Williams, and, whoever else they decide, it gets pretty exciting. And that's the thing now, guys, too, is this Jazz team, we're now in put up or shut up mode. Like, certain guys like Bryce Sensabaugh better be a little careful, because if you go 1 for 9 next year, you might not get on the floor. I like how Sensabaugh played tonight. It was a lot more fluid, and you could tell that he was trying to play within the offense. If you don't play within the offense and Vince Williams is on the bench and John Conchar is on the bench, you might lose. By the way, look at this. John Conchar, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. Shot 2 for 4 from the field. He might become a fan favorite real quick with that type of energy. And so someone like Bryce Sensabaugh, you can't get away with bad habits anymore, because now it's win time. Obviously the Jazz are trying to lose, so it's win time while we lose. But next season it's win time. It's winning time. And the best players find their way onto the floor. Interestingly enough, was there no Svi Mikhailiuk tonight? No Svi? No Svi, huh? Interesting. That's actually weird. DMP coach's decision. That's interesting. I actually have to say that's weird. Utah has what they put out there. Maybe they were just trying some stuff because Cody Williams and Isaiah Collier came off the bench first. Maybe next year they play Svi Mikhailiuk off the bench more if he's on the team. Could be. P90, welcome to Rookie, my man. Welcome. I love the Avi. I think that's Ace Bailey. Looks awesome. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for joining and supporting the channel. Anyways, we'll see. It's interesting. Svi doesn't play. I also thought it was interesting that Filipowski just got look at that, 12 minutes. He is the tank commander. Welcome. Hello to Korea. Wow, that's awesome, P90. Welcome. Appreciate it. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not the biggest Filipowski fan, and Utah has so much size and so many bigs. He might be just kind of a nice luxury to have on the team for when Utah may have injuries and things like that. His defense just is not good. And so that's why he might have trouble getting on the floor. But, that was just interesting. Kevin Love, not much else. He took 3 threes and knocked all 3 down. He shot perfectly, actually. 6 rebounds. I like having Kevin Love on the team as even just like a veteran leader and great locker room presence. Just a lot of great things come with having Kevin Love on your team. I hope we have him on the team until he retires because he's been awesome. We mentioned John Conchar. I wanted to see how big he actually is. I don't think he's as big as maybe they were. He's 6'5", I guess. He's just, when they say energy, guys, that's definitely what he is. He is absolutely just someone that I'm going to enjoy seeing on the floor because he plays freaking hard. And that's all you want. And if you're knocking down shots, what's he shooting for the season from 3? Let's see. 32%. Looks like in the past he's shot it better. So, who knows? I think he'll probably hopefully he can shoot it better. If he does, that's incredible. But plays really hard. And what Utah needs is just players that play hard and defend and hit shots and play within the scheme. And that's incredible. Bryce Sensabaugh, we talked a little bit about it. 1 for 9, although I did like how he played. He was a +10. He just couldn't hit shots. But that's a good sign right there, the +10. That means he's playing within the offense. I think Utah's a little bit just kind of playing some of these guys and seeing how they fit, and that's the luxury for the rest of the season is just see how guys fit. Utah knows that they're not going to make the playoffs. They're going to try to get the best pick possible, keep their pick for sure. I think Utah ends up getting at least into the bottom 5 come lottery night. We'll see if they jump. Vince Williams Jr., my only note on him was he just looked big. Like he looked big and just long. 6'4", but I looked up his wingspan. I think it's long. In fact, did we look it up before? Vince Williams Jr. wingspan. We do need dogs. 7-foot wingspan, and you could just tell he has length. It's nice. So if you have him playing backup guard as well, just plays defense super long, I love it. I love it. He only played 9 minutes tonight, but it was interesting. Sorry, guys, it's late to see him on the floor. That's about it. I don't have much else to say. I loved Anthony Black in the draft. It's nice to see him doing well. Tonight he didn't shoot it particularly well, but he's been arguably one of their best players this year. Anyways, that's it. Nice, perfect night for the Utah Jazz. I think I'm wearing down. So we gotta first off, we gotta just look at the tank. How did things go with the tank tonight, by the way? Let's go through. So Nets win. That's nice. That's the thing. What's nice is these teams have to play each other, and it just helps the Jazz. Let's see. 126. We're not worried about the Hawks anymore. They're just a playoff team now, basically. Yeah, not much else. It would have been nice to see the Kings win, but the Cavaliers win. Not a great sign for the Cavs to barely beat the Sacramento Kings. Cam Bam, thank you, ma'am. Cam Chin 3, $4.99. Thank you so much, my friend. Tank on, baby. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Super, super appreciate it. You guys are so generous with the donations and joining the channel. I really appreciate it. So, pretty solid tank night. 2 good things happen. Or at least one. I think it was just one. Doggone it. Poor Kings fans, man. It's rough. All right, let's see. So Utah now still sits at 5 or 6. They're going to get to 5 eventually. I think they have a chance to jump even more. Dallas is trying to catch up, those losers. What makes me so happy is that Utah ruined their tank season. Single-handedly. They made it because they lost twice to them in a row. And it forced them to consider what to do with their future. And the Mavs fans were so bad. They're such losers. But anyways, Utah has a chance to pass up New Orleans, which I think they will. I actually think New Orleans will end up in this area. Everyone was praising the Hawks so much. Quinn Snyder deserves no praise. That fake GM loser. He deserves no praise. No accolades should be given to him. Most overrated NBA figure ever. But anyways, Utah should pass them, and I have a feeling they're going to pass up one of these teams right here. Because they can't stop. Someone has to win. Someone has to win. Remaining schedule strength. Let's just check it out because it's hilarious. Utah has a relatively easy schedule, but 3 of those are against the Pelicans, baby. And they end this road trip against the Kings. I doubt anyone plays. End of road trip. They're going to lose that game. But Indiana, they have to play the Nets twice, the Wizards twice. Someone has to win that game. Someone. The Jazz have an advantage being in the Western Conference. This is what sucks about Eastern Conference poverty, is they can't get out of it. They can't get out of it because they have to play each other. You guys are having the worst day, and it makes me so happy. I love their demise. I love it. Utah gets to play Denver 3 times? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, they have to play each other because they're in the Eastern Conference, those losers. We get to play the Western Conference, so Utah gets to play Denver. Oh, oh, it's so great. Utah's going to lose to this Portland team who wants to win, so this doesn't count. Utah's going to lose all 3 of these to the Pelicans. They got 2 against the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies, this is so great. It's so funny. That is so funny. So Utah, just by way of being in the Western Conference, likely raises into like the 3rd or 4th spot. Matt Moore's going to cry himself to sleep. Every Washington Wizards fan is going to lose their mind. Netscast and all you Nets SB Nation team, you always want to snipe at me from the SLC Dunk account. Yeah! Let's see what your remaining schedule is, Nets, you losers. I'm happy for you that Yegor Demon's pretty good. That's all you got keeping you going in this life. Look at this, Brooklyn. They have to play They have to play them twice. They have to play the Wizards. Oh, dang it. Well, that sucks. But they're going to have to play these teams. They're still going to win these games. Utah can pass them. This is incredible. Incredible. The fact that Utah still has to play the Pelicans 3 times, and the Blazers, and the Bucks with Giannis. Oh, this is such... These guys have to be so mad. Like, so mad. Oh, these games against the Wizards is going to be wild. That's going to be so wild. And the Kangs are going to Kang. I promise you. I promise you. They are K for 3. Oh, this is so good. I love when the bad guys lose. I really do. And when things just go wrong for them. Oh my gosh, that is so funny. Okay, well, let's say the lottery's today, and the Jazz are sitting at number 6. By the way, the last time the Jazz were at 6, they jumped to 3, I believe. We ended up drafting Enes Kanter, but this is a better draft. So, all right, let's see. Whoa! 6 is the lucky number. Woo! Darren Peterson, you are a Jazz man. Utah's winning a championship. Who's excited? Who's excited? This guy's excited. Could you imagine the anger of everyone if this happens? Utah 1, Sacramento 2, Chicago 3. Yeah! Yeah! Washington 4, And the Brooklyn Nets have to pick 7. Ah! Ah! Yes. Yes. What a great day. What a great day. Today is a good day. All right, let's give a shout out to our All-Stars tonight. Got to do a quick refresh here. I made my nose run. Let's see. Let's do this. All-Stars. All right, let's give a shout out to Ball So Hard, Ball Stat 23. See ya, Lexa later. Ryan Perry, the legend. His name means king. Jace is the ace. Garner, Steve Areno, Stucer. Let him cook. Sturdy Potts. Ezekiel Ricibe, the man from down under. Tyson Price, the price is right. Jordan the Goat, Bresserol. Christian House, Money to Haas. Ryan, Robert, Hall of Fame, Arcs Poetica. Austin R. Grant, editor extraordinaire. Kiefer 3 at PG the OG. And Patrick Akubo, the connoisseur. Guys, what a perfect night. What a perfect night. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of the Jazz. I'm proud of everyone. And let's just keep enjoying the hate. Enjoy the hate. Enjoy the hate. Let them hate. They already lost. Guys, like the video, subscribe to the channel. I will talk to you next time. Go Seahawks!